right, humans. I hope this finds everyone well. It's a beautiful day today. My wife and some of my grandchildren are on the way to this little water walkway here. The city's developing, and I just thought I would take the opportunity to shoot a few minutes of video before they got here. I've been super busy and wanting to put some content out there every day since the last video. I guess it's apparent that I didn't have I didn't have time this weekend with the grandkids at the lake, and I've been really busy at work. It's been a good thing. I've been energized. I was really surprised how quickly I recovered from the weekend and had a great Monday. You know, being sober is just, there really isn't words to describe, especially whenever it's accompanied with resolve and a new way of thinking, an expanded awareness that lets you know that alcohol is just a poison and it's no good, and the enjoyment is over as soon as you're through drinking, and as soon as you quit drinking, let the hangover begin. So I was thinking about what we could talk about today, and I decided what is one of the main hang-ups that will keep a person away from that resolve that makes it easy not to drink. By the way, I hope this video quality is okay. Here's my face. I can see it now. Half the time I can't. Resolve. What gets in the way of it? A lack of self-love. A lack of self-love. In my opinion, that's the number one culprit. And the hardest thing to cultivate is self-love. Is that true for you? I kind of stumbled on the way to address lack of self-love. And that is to have love for others. Now, love for others is hard because people I think get real confused about what that means. Love for others doesn't mean that if someone has harmed you, that you make yourself available for harm again if there's any way that you can prevent it. Love for others doesn't mean that we even forgive. I mean, can I blame someone if they didn't forgive Hitler or their abuser in any way? Good morning. Where was I at? So, forgiveness is great if you can do it. Don't get me wrong. That's all good. But forgiveness is something that's hard for some people to define and figure out how to fit it in. So let's not even worry about forgiveness. let's just concentrate on the thing that conquers all, as it's been coined, and that's love. So, how do we cultivate self-love? Like I said, I feel like I kind of stumbled on to the way to do that. And the way that you do that is to love others. And we so often think that so many don't deserve our love. To love someone doesn't mean that you have to like them. To love someone doesn't mean that you don't hate them. To love someone is a care and a concern and a hope or a prayer that they could learn how to live a more peaceful, productive life that doesn't crawl up your ass. So, the neat thing is you don't even have to feel emotionally about that. That's something that may or may not come. And so what you do is you just mouth it. You say the words. When that person cuts you off, you say, I remember those days when I was in such a rush that I acted like I was the only one out on the road. Those weren't good days. I'm so glad that I'm past that. And I hope that one day that driver can get past that too. That sorry son of a gun. And you can apply that to anything, really. And don't get me wrong, it's easier to quit drinking than it is to do that. But if you don't do that, you may not stay quit. You may not stay quit because you can't try to bless yourself with sobriety while you're cursing one other person. Now, you might be able to do something called a dry drunk, where you just live an existence without drinking and hanging on. And you know what? That's okay, because at least you're not going to run somebody over driving drunk. At least you're probably not going to be blind to all the needs of the people around you. But you'll never be that source of healing and joy in another's life if you don't learn how to freely love. Like I said, the beauty of it is you don't even have to feel it. You just have to act it out and say the words. And it can come. You've heard people say, look in the mirror and say, I love you. I can remember when that was the most difficult thing. And I know the expression on my face had nothing to do with I love you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Man. But another thing I wanted to say about that, to kind of maybe help drive the point home, was that we are our own worst critic. Nobody spends more time putting us down than ourselves. And so if we can't love the passerby, if we can't love the person that we don't spend near as much time with as ourselves, I'm sorry, but we won't love ourselves. And if we don't stop speaking negatively and speaking more positively about others, for instance, I wish for the day, I pray for the day that so-and-so doesn't have so much misery to spread. Because if they don't have the misery to spread, then they don't have the misery at all in their own life. So it takes a miserable person to make people miserable. We need to get that point. It makes it so much easier to love them, even when we don't like them. Well, I hope that you found that helpful, and it looks like the family's arrived. So I need to go, but I hope that you are able to stay away from that drink today. And if you haven't taken that last drink, I know that you can do it. I love y'all. Have a great day.